Welcome back to Phoenix Forge. Thank you very much for joining us again. This week's been a bit of an odd one. I haven't been in the workshop a huge amount. I think I've been in the workshop for 2 days out of the last 6. So the rest of the time I've actually been out on site, measuring up for some gates, measuring up for some railings, and a few other little bits and pieces, as well as going off to suppliers and getting different bits and pieces that I need for the upcoming jobs. One thing I did measure up last week was the old gamekeeper's cottage for Stackpole Manor House, so that was quite cool. They're not quite sure what they want, which always makes the job a little bit tricky because you haven't really got a starting point for the design. So that'll be interesting. We'll explore that one. I'm going to cover that in an upcoming video as well about, you know, how to go about designing gates and railings and bits and pieces and where to start and where to finish. So yeah, look forward to that one. We have done a lot of filming actually. We spent all of Friday doing some filming, all of Saturday doing some filming. Kristen spent a few days editing stuff together as well. So we've got a bit of a backlog of videos ready to go up, which for those of you that are on Patreon and following us, you've got access to those already. They're already up there, or the new ones will be up there in the next couple of days anyway. The main thing I did this week, you probably can't tell from behind me, is I actually moved around most of the machines in the workshop. Well, certainly the ones that live in the centre of the workshop. Moved the radial arm drill closer to the other pillar drills and the lathe, and then twisted the milling machine through 90 degrees, which created a bit more space down here. And the main reason for doing that was it actually allowed me to move the power hammers this way, closer to the forge I work on, which is behind you guys. And I actually managed to get the little power hammer, the little C4140, wired in. So with a flick of a switch, she comes to life. Take a bit of wood out of her. Bang, bang, bang. So the new power hammer's up and running, which is awesome. Looking forward to using that, although I do need to do a little bit of tinkering because new dies on power hammers tend to come with incredibly sharp corners, which are no good for forging, unless you're trying to put texture into something. So I've got to take those dies off, we'll have to grind them, put some nice radiuses on there so that they don't leave hammer marks in your forge work, because that's no good to anybody, unless you're texturing, of course, and then it is. One job I did start this week, which is quite cool, is a section of handrail for a client. Now, it doesn't sound very sexy, but the vertical stanchions, each one is made out of 2 bars, which are then going to be riveted together, and so you get this like split bar effect. I did it a few years ago for my parents, for my mum and dad's house, and it looked quite nice and worked quite well. So it's something that we're going to repeat for this other client. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but lockdowns and pandemics and things have been getting in the way, so that's been a bit frustrating, but we're finally on that job. I'm hoping to finish that in the next couple of days, and I'll show that in an upcoming video on another vlog probably, of us fitting that on site and how that job comes together and looks. Kristen's in the background. Kristen is my apprentice, as some of you may well know, and they are busy making the board pieces. So you might not know this, but you can actually sit an exam in blacksmithing. I think it's NPTC or something that runs a qualification, some English board. You have to go up to Hereford to actually do the physical exam, and I think you've got like an hour and a half or whatever it is to make some set pieces, which you're allowed to practice at home. You know, it's no secret, and they are some of the pieces that I've been covering in our Blacksmith's Essential Skills. Another reason for obviously filming those is that I've been teaching Kristen how to go about actually making them, so that Kristen can go and sit the exam, and hopefully we're hoping that Kristen will get on the NETS course up in Hereford as well, which is like a block release. So I think it's every 6 or 8 weeks, they go up to Hereford, spend a week up there, learn some new skills, and then come back to the workshop, and they're more useful. So that's always a winner. Yeah, that's what Kristen's busy working on at the moment. What are you making? Figure eights?
Yeah, figure eight.
Figure eight, nice and easy one. I'll film those maybe this Saturday coming, and I'll show you guys how to do a figure eight as well, because they're all useful skills, all useful things to make. And what else have I been doing? I don't think we've been doing anything else. I have been doing CAD drawings, super exciting not, pricing up jobs and trying to sort out all the admin that goes into running the workshop and all that other stuff, and sorting out things like vouchers and stuff for forging classes, as well as trying to figure out our heads around Patreon and all these other platforms and stuff. So, hope you guys are liking this vlog series and are finding it informative and useful. If there's any subjects that you would really like me to cover, let me know in the comments. We do read all your comments. And yeah, remember to click like and subscribe, hit that notification tab, and we'll see you next time in the workshop. Cheers, guys.